Hi, good evening all. Welcome to Blue and Gold Talk, the video on the channel if you're new here. Discusses all Sabres related issues and what have you. Of course, I want to talk about this game tonight, guys, so I'm not going to do a post game. I'll just get into it in this video. Talk a bit about what happened in this game because, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Going into this game, I expected to win. When they were down 2-0, I expected the Sabres to win tonight. And I got to tell you, that must be the first time all year I sat there confident when they were up against a really good team and down a few goals and down some luck at that point too. Because really, this game, UPL wasn't like he played horrible. He played good enough to keep us in it. And the 2 goals weren't really his fault. Not really, you know what I mean? So, like, I was expecting the Sabres to do something in this game, and they did. So I'm really, really happy about the end result. I'll go over a few things for those of you maybe that missed the game, but the Sabres really were the better team in this game, guys, and the numbers don't lie in this one. We outshot Vegas 37-19, so we doubled them in shots. Face-offs, the Sabres 71% to 28, or 72% to 28. 36 hits in the game. The boys got 36 hits. The Golden Knights had 22. And again, 2-0 deficit. The Sabres come back, tie it 2-2. Jack Eichel, the villain, makes it 3-2. Dahlin ties it with 14 seconds left. And then in the overtime, Olofsson scored 2. Jack had a chance to, like, you know, kind of maybe give them the chance to win. And it was saved. And then when Tuck scored, it was kind of the same goal, if you notice, kind of the same play that Eichel had tried to do on Luukkonen. So, look, this is a good win. And I know the season's pretty much done, guys. I know. But, again, I'm looking for signs now. I want to feel good about the season's at close, regardless if we're out. I want to feel good. I want to feel good about the season going into next year. And I think that there's an opportunity here also that we can keep Byram. You know, this is, if the boys start winning and they close the season strong, Byram, I think, will stick around. You know, he won't want, you know, asked to be traded or what have you, or whatever it is, guys. There won't be rumblings. I think he'll just sign an extension with us. So tonight was really a good one, though. It was really a good one. You could tell that something's going on with them. And I'm not making this up, guys. The last game that they lost, when they lost 7-3, I felt good about it. I felt good about the unity. For the first time maybe all year, I felt right. There was something right about this team, even though they got slammed in the game. The way they stuck up for each other, you know? Like, they weren't standing up for each other, I don't know, not enough this year. Just not enough. And in this game, there's a rivalry now, right? When we play these guys, we feel it. There's a rivalry, you know. We don't want to lose to Vegas, and they don't want to lose to us. So there's that rivalry now because of the trade. It's a permanent thing now. But, you know, look, we're going to see now, going down the stretch run, what they do the rest of the year. And for a lot of you, yeah, that's not good enough, but it has to be this year, guys. What else can we do? You know, we have to try and find a positive this year. We can't just feel sorry for ourselves that they had another bad season. We have to just try and find a positive. You know, I get the Amerks could be that positive, though. It could be the Amerks, right? The Amerks could go and have a good deep run this year. So we'll see, especially with Levi. You know, that's possible. But with the boys, I want to see them. And I'm not even looking so much at the standings. I want to see what they turn into. Because, you know, I'm looking at this team and I'm watching them, and there's McLeod happy and Zucker happy, and these weren't even Sabres last year, you know? And these guys really are trying. And I want to see how they close the season out. I do. Like, you know, when it's all said and done, would it shock me if we finish like 6 points out of the playoffs? No, it wouldn't. But it's been that kind of year, guys. That everything that could go wrong did, and we had another long-ass losing streak that you can't have in this day. You can't lose like, what did they go, 0-10-3? You just can't do that and expect to survive the season and make the playoffs. It just doesn't happen. So, yeah, as they sit dead last in the conference, I got to admit the last 2 games, they've been fun to watch. You know, they've been fun to watch. Outside of the goaltending last game, really, the Sabres have been pretty okay in my books. And I don't know what kind of goaltending we'll get the rest of the year. I hope Luukkonen can play good enough to keep the team competitive the rest of the season. That's my hopes for this year. Because if they can give us a little fun down the stretch and ruin, I'd like to see them ruin teams' chances of getting in this year and things like this, you know? I mean, I look forward to those kind of things. Like, if the Sabres can wreck some teams, and hopefully not Ottawa. I want to see Ottawa get in this year. I want them to get it out of their system and, you know, go on with their, you know, they're 11 games over 500 now. I think Ottawa's getting in this year, folks. I mean, they sure look like it right now. Maybe they only got a 6-point cushion on Montreal, though. So that could change quick. But I want to see some of these teams. I'd like to see poor Columbus get in if they could, if I had my choice, instead of the Rangers. And instead of Montreal, I'd rather see Columbus get in. But we'll see when it's all said and done. Boston's not done. They're not finished. And the truth is, neither is Detroit. They're not done yet either. But most of these teams, except us and maybe Pittsburgh, are pretty much done. You know, pretty much. I mean, and Philadelphia, I should say, not Pittsburgh. Philadelphia, because they're trending downwards again. And, you know. So, as we head into the final stretch runs of the year, what we can take out of this season, I'm hoping, guys, is that let's finish with a decent record at home. On the road, we suck, eh? We suck. Not good on the road this year, guys. But that's another issue. We'll worry about that later. Really, I want to resolve a few issues. The home record has been driving me nuts for years. I'd like to see them this year finish, I don't know, if they could finish like 4 or 5 games over 500, if possible. Oh, sorry, guys. That is Facebook messaging me. Okay, I'll check it after. I'll turn the volume down for now. So, look, we got the Bruins. The Bruins are struggling, but it's in Boston. I think the Sabres can win. We got Utah. I think we can win. Minnesota. What really started the end of our season was Minnesota, if you recall. That loss to Minnesota started that 13-game losing streak. They should want to take their heads off. So I'm hoping, you know, I'm hoping we win out a bunch of these games here. I'm looking forward to playing Ottawa again. You know, I just want to see, I forget if we have Detroit, but I want to wreck some teams down the stretch too. So whoever we can wreck, let's wreck them as we head down the stretch run. Look, we're going to run into a few good teams. We got Minnesota, we got Winnipeg, right? This is who we had last time when they were coming into our building. You might recall it was Minnesota, Vancouver at the time, right? Or was it Winnipeg also? I forget. That was such a long losing streak. But guys, we got to take these wins for what they are. It's a team that's, believe it or not, we're kind of in the same position we were like 3 years ago. Okay, we're trying to gel together again, and we're trying to find some sort of team unity before the season kicks out, because we don't want to enter the I'm telling you, we do not want to enter the summer with question marks, 10 question marks about this team. We want to feel good about something. You might not believe me now, but I'm telling you guys, it's going to be important in the offseason that they leave us with a good feeling. It's going to be important, as much as it sucks not to get in again. And you know, what's with our chances in the lottery draft whenever the big name isn't there? You know, like we're always getting shafted with that. You know, like here the Sabres have one more chance to get the number 1 pick, and it's not Gavin McKenna. For those of you that don't know Gavin McKenna, go check him out on the Hockey DB, and you'll see what I'm talking about. McKenna will be number 1 overall next year. I mean, nobody's really saying it yet. They've kind of said it, but I'm sure it's a runaway, guys. This kid is going to be so phenomenal when he comes into the league. This is going to be the next Connor McDavid, guys. You watch. This kid is special. He's a special talent. And ironically, he's Bedard's cousin. So, it's in their blood, I guess. Who knows? I don't even think they're blood cousins, though, if I'm right. But still, wouldn't it be nice to have a shot at him coming out? That'd be something I'd so be looking forward to, like I was back with the McDavid, If McKenna was available this draft. And of course, I don't want to tank next year. I want the Sabres to win. We always mistime these things. It drives me crazy, guys. So we'll talk about the draft eventually. I'm not going to get too far into it, guys. But I'm happy about the win today. I am. I'm happy for them because they know that we, as a fan base, have basically given up on them. We've given up on them. I've never seen so many comments as our own fans. And I'm not even from Buffalo, guys, but our own Sabres fans wanting them to move out of the city. Imagine. Come on. I guess the French Connection wasn't important. I guess Pat LaFontaine wasn't important. Alex McGinley wasn't important. Jim Schofield wasn't important, right? I guess all those memories don't matter, that we could just get rid of all of them and get rid of the team and just be done with it and just have the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, right? And let Hamilton have them? Come on. No, I think, guys, what we need is not one season, we need a few seasons of playoff hockey in a row. We need like 3-4 seasons of playoff hockey in a row, one deep run in those 4 years, and we're right back into this team again. So till that happens, I know we got to be patient, if I dare say that word, patient, and just hope, that this team is headed to a Stanley Cup right now, eventually. I mean, it's not that long ago, guys. I remember where Florida was at. It wasn't that long ago. And then they make about 8 to 10 good decisions, boom, Stanley Cup. So we'll see here. And people say Adams this, Adams that. I don't know. Guys, as far as I'm concerned, he's drafted really well. Him and his team have drafted really well. He's been lazy, though, when it comes to stopping the bleeding on the team. That he's been a terrible GM. I'll be the first to say it. Adams should have stopped the bleeding early this year and made that deal, okay, the Norris deal, earlier. Okay, you don't wait till the team's out, then do it. But I think pretty much management wrote off the season once we had they weren't going to say it publicly, but they pretty much wrote off the season once we had the big losing streak again. So that's the thing, guys. We can't go into next year and have these long-ass losing streaks and expect to do anything. So we have to figure a team out that it's really hard that they lose 4 in a row, really hard for it to happen. We need that kind of team next year, so we'll see. I'm going to leave it there. Just want to talk a bit about the boys. I'm happy. I am. First time all year that I knew they would come back today, and they did. It was that kind of feeling. I knew it. I was talking to my stepdad. He was over. I said, they're going to come back in this game. It's 2-0, but I feel good about them right now. I like what I seen last game in that loss. I really liked what I seen last game. I expect them to come back today, and they did. And they did it in dramatic fashion with the Dahlin goal, of course. So could it be the start of something good? Guys, try to remember Chicago before they won their cups, when they were missing the playoffs. Try to remember how much fun they were to watch when they were a team that wasn't winning, didn't have a winning record yet. How much fun they were to watch. That's the goal for me this year. I want the Sabres to be so fun to watch by the end of the season that I'm sad the season ended, regardless of where we are in the standings. That I was really enjoying watching their games again. And if we can get to that, I was really happy about the hitting in this game too. If we can get to that, I think we'll all feel good. We'll forgive them one more time, and we'll see what happens in the offseason. It's really our only option at this point is to try and salvage something to make us feel better. Screw the team at this point. What about us, right? I mean, we have to feel good about them somehow, some way, and they're the only ones capable of delivering that to us. So that's what I'm hoping, guys, by the end of the season. I'm going to leave it there. It was a happy day today for Sabres fans. I was really happy to hear the crowd really cheering them on. It was just a fun, old school time again with the team, They were good. They were coming back today. Once we got in the overtime, I thought they'd win right away. They didn't, of course. Didn't really do much. But then in the shootout, you know, and I know me with the shootout. I'm not crazy about the shootout, but it's Vegas. I'll take it any way I can right now. Guys, have a great night. See you soon. Have a good one.